Hello? Anybody home? I know I'm doing this after a really long time, so I'm hoping you are there. And I need to know if I can be heard. It's 11:11, which is why I'm doing this. If anybody is there, let me know if you can hear me. Knock, knock. Today is 11:11, and I'm here to talk to you about intention making, which is apparently very important and nobody is doing anything about it. So the wise thing would be to speak about it. While I'm waiting for people to come and say hi. Hello, Digvijay, how are we? Arey, your birthday was on the 3rd of September, no? I know. Belated. Oh, those are all the hugs and kisses I'm getting from you. I am impressed. Thank you. Hi, hi. Who else is there? I see 2 people. So anyway, the idea, Nambiyar. Hey, they're beautiful. I know, I'm feeling extremely beautiful right now. Considering that today is today, even prettier. Okay, that is a lot of flirting online. But it's okay. You can flirt. It's a live video. So, 3 people here. Who's the third person? Tell me one thing. What have you guys been up for today? Today being 11:11, what have you done about it? And 11:11 over 2020 years. So, big year, big dates, big day. What have you done? I love it when you call me goddess. Now, some days I feel like I should just have a temple and there should be a statue of me. But then I always wanted to be the goddess that slaps, so if somebody comes, so I always call myself Chata Mata. So at some point I want to be able to just give people one slap and bring them back on track. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Okay, so I'm going to start talking about what I intended to talk about on this video, because otherwise I am also quite likely to get all lost in conversations. So what I wanted to talk about very importantly, and if somebody can just ping Diksha and tell her that I'm online, and ping Rachna Goswami and tell her I'm online, it would be really, really nice. I don't know where Lynette is. You're being mad right now. But coming back to 11:11, today what opens up is what we call the portal of manifestation. So very important today is to be able to kind of put your thoughts about life together. What is very important is to focus and meditate, to decide what are the things that you do want and what are the things that you don't want. And this has to be an individual process. I usually wouldn't have done a live today, but the reason why I am doing it is because I understand that this is something that needs to get done kind of importantly. Plus, I am going to do a card reading from Magical Mermaids and Dolphins. These are cards that are all about manifesting. So that is also important. See, this year, so a lot of things that I haven't been able to do because I haven't done a live session in some time now, all for personal purposes and certain personal transitions and certain energy work that I've been doing, and I am just glad that a lot of it is done and I can now begin to see things that are happening because of it. So that's a really good thing. But here's what is important for you to understand. I also did a blog post on this today on the power of intentions. So now what I'm trying to explain to you is that everybody talks about an 11:11 as a magical portal, but it is the magical portal of intentions. Now, when we speak of intentions, intentions need to be broad and blanket covered. Like single people need to make an intention of either meeting the right person or being able to heal those things that are blocking them from being happy or being with another person. So these are important parts. Hi Savitra, nice to see you on my live. So these are important things. What we need to understand, intention is sometimes is so internally driven and is a feminine aspect of creation. So like I'll give you an example. At 17, I turned on and I was talking to one of my friends, and in one of those playful moods, I said at 34, I will have my own company. It will be a private limited company. At 17, I didn't know much about how that was going to happen or how that would happen or wouldn't. Correct? But here is the thing. The intention that was set at the age of 17 went into play, and then whatever happened, happened. And at the age of 34, I did launch my first company. Difference is that I forgot I launched it, but then I didn't do much with it because anyway, that is another live session. But coming back to what I'm trying to explain to you is the fact that intention matters. So you can go out and be trying to do the world's best thing, but if your intention is not correct, that means the place in your heart from where you want those things to happen is not for the larger good of people. There is a huge chance that what you want to manifest will not manifest. Like say for example, if I so say for example that your friend is doing something and it is going to kind of give that person like a huge lift in life, and somewhere in your heart you're like, oh God, I hope that person fails because A, B, C, D, E reason. Now that I hope that person fails becomes your intention for that person. And that intention at that point maybe for 1 million reasons that you don't understand, but you made that intention out of your heart. And that intention is pure feminine. Correct? Because that has come from a general sense of being. Intention is very, very, very critical to the whole process of manifesting. Like you have an intention to get a job. That is an intention to get a job. An interview comes up, you don't get through it. What do? It is not like your intention has gone into minus. Just to tell you that you made an intention to get a job, an interview came up. That is the next possible step to your intention. Remember, people talk about baby steps in the process. So you have to make the intention and then allow yourself to notice these baby steps that have occurred. Now that you got an interview does not mean you're going to get the job. Because now when you go for that interview, what is happening is that there are certain other thoughts that are being processed before you go for the interview, while you are at the interview, and what you feel like once you're out of that interview. All of those thoughts come into play as to what the final result of your interview will be. Now, maybe you have attracted an interview for a job that maybe according to the kind of profile you want, but not according to the kind of salary that you want, or maybe according to the salary that you want, and maybe not according to the profile. So what you are supposed to do is, after you've made an intention, just make note of where those things are panning out. So did a thought, what direction is it going? Is it going in a direction? Because all thoughts go in some direction or the other. Correct? And today being an 11-11, because 11 is the number of focus. Now you see that 11 plus 11. So you have 2 points of focus. The first 11 stands for the internal focus. That means what is it that you want from deep inside who you are and where you are at right now. And then you come to the external focus. what is the projection from where you are at and what you want from the inside. Now, when we talk about an 11/11/2020 portal and we speak about the fact that, or we understand the fact, look at me playing, I put all the cards upside down. So I have a huge job while I'm talking to you to kind of put this back in place. So coming back to intentions, and from this morning, I have been getting these constant references on intentions. So I had a surgery that was aligned for today. And my intention was to get through the surgery today and do the next thing. However, a lot of people who wished me really well and knew how stressed out I was because of it also put in some amount of energy, correct? And this got postponed. It got rescheduled. Now, when I come to think of the intention of each of the people, because I love them dearly, I realized that their intention was my nervousness. Their intention was not the outcome of my surgery. So they were like, dear God, whatever it is, let her be relaxed. Somewhere in my own psyche, my being relaxed meant like, okay, fine, this is not happening right now. It gets postponed. So somewhere between all of us, one prayer got answered and it got rescheduled. Now what has happened because of the rescheduling is that it has sent me into, again, thinking about the process. Correct? And now that it is rescheduled and I have a date, I'm not telling anybody when that date is, so that it can all just come together. And that is when I think the angels guided me to think of doing a live session today. And yeah, I almost didn't do it as usual. But the idea is to ensure that I can transfer this information that intention is pure feminine based, manifestation is masculine based. And just to remind you, feminine is non-physical form, masculine is physical form. So all intentions, all thoughts, all dreams, all things that you cannot see yet are all basically within the feminine domain. And when they come true, they transition from the feminine to the masculine domain. So these are all the little important things that we don't understand. The other thing is that there is a lot that is happening on the planet just now, good and bad. And but here is the thing. I would encourage you to just, and basically saying that either from today till the 16th, because 15th is the new moon and 15th is when darkness comes into play. So this is another thing also I wanted to share with you with the moon. So now lunar energy shifts, right? So there are going to be two phases of the lunar energy which you need to start understanding in continuum of the whole manifestation process and the whole transition from the masculine to the dominion, masculine dominion to the feminine dominion that is occurring as we all speak. The one thing very important to understand, there will be two phases that occur every month. So there is a phase that begins at the new moon, which begins with darkness and travels till light, till your full moon. And then there is a phase that begins at the full moon and comes into completion at the new moon. So today, as the 11/11 of the year 2020, and it's the month of November, it's the 11th month. It's the month of the new heart, what I am energetically given to understand. So, and it is 4 days before the new moon. So you are setting your intentions in light today. So today you have to be making intentions of the things that you want to see happen in the future. So ideally what will be happening is that a lot of things that you wanted will be coming up for review. And you need to sit down with yourself. Remember, this is an individual process. So you need to sit down with yourself and figure out whether these are the things that you still want, still need. What is it from the past that you would like to take to the future? And what is it in the present that is not making sense for the future? Now remember, you may not understand what is happening, which is very natural, because I don't understand what is happening, even though I'm every day in sync with the angels and everything, but it's all on a need to know basis. So if you give yourself the space to sit down with a pen and paper and write the word intention, and let it flow from there. The chances that you will be able to see or be given to understand or receive certain insights. Now, what are insights? Insights are thoughts that come from within you that are not externally based. How do you know a thought comes from within you? Is that when you're hearing the thought, you don't see a person's face. Because what happens most of the time is that a lot of our thoughts are external based. That means I heard it somewhere, somebody said it, it was on television, it was in a book. And when you receive that thought, you also receive a glimpse of where you got it from. Very importantly. So you need to just become aware. Awareness is something that is core central to the feminine dominion, that is not central to the masculine dominion. And awareness is all about your sixth sense, seventh sense, 10th sense, fourth sense, any sense that you get, right? And you need to go with that. At this point, for a lot of people, that could be scary because you don't know whether to trust your own instinct or trust somebody outside. But here is what the angels want you to know. Trust yourself. Right now, with the transition to the feminine dominion, the sense of self is far more connected to the earth, is far more connected to the future than it is connected to the past or the drama that is around the present. So you need to learn how to trust. And somebody asked me, how do you learn how to trust? Is that by figuring out what are the things that you don't trust. How do you figure out what you don't trust? Is acknowledging that you don't trust. The third way to do it is the way I do it. I listen to everybody and just do my own thing. And at the end of the day, it has worked well for me. So it will work well for you. And so that is that. I was wondering if anybody had any questions. I see only 4 people. I'm feeling very sad. But it's okay. My purpose of doing this was to kind of break not having done anything and reschedule my live sessions because I love doing this. Also the fact that there's so much that's been happening over the last 2 months energetically that it has been kind of exhausting. So there was, I think, almost a month in between where I didn't do much connecting with anybody. I just did my own thing. And it's a good thing to do that as well. But coming back to today, so I'm going to just do a 3-card pull while I'm waiting for somebody to come up with intelligent questions. Mr. Nambiar. Those are not questions. Those are all things about me which I like. I will have to block you if you continue doing this on my live sessions right away. So I'm going to pull cards and I am pulling this to help you with taking decisions on your intentions for today. And just to also tell you that this particular intention portal is open from today right up till Sunday, which is the 15th. And this is the transition between from darkness to light. Correct? So you are still, so right now the energy that is going to be kind of absorbing all of your intentions and thoughts and dreams and wants and all of those things is basically pure unadulterated feminine energy of the earth. And and after Sunday you will start seeing the beginning or sprouting or the manifest of all the things that you kind of start seeding now. So I'm encouraging you to seed good things. Don't only seed good things for yourself. Here is an encouragement to also seed good things for others, because now with the feminine dominion there is a multiplication effect. Masculine is pretty much I, me, myself and 4 people around me. Feminine dominion is more global in its energy processes, because when she creates for all. So whatever you create has a ripple effect. So if you create good stuff and you allow yourself to receive good stuff, that gets multiplied by 100-fold and goes out into the world and touches many lives. However, also the chances are that if you are not aware, you may also do the complete opposite, say, like that sees the day, this is the energy, and so I can do whatever I please with the energy, which is also true actually. But you could also therefore unknowingly, because if we did it, I don't think none of us do anything wrong knowingly, but unknowingly you may push out information or thoughts or emotions into the planet which are not good. And that's what a lot of people do knowingly. And sadly but truthfully, these are people who understand energies, but also understand how powerful they are. And there are a lot of powerful IDs, identities, people, thought workers, light workers, who, for whatever purpose, I mean, each one has a purpose. Their soul has a purpose of being on the planet, and their soul has a purpose of being exactly and doing exactly what they do. But the point is that what is very important to understand is that every thought we have has a ripple effect. So I just hope and pray that whatever thoughts you have are good thoughts. Like, I am focusing only on thoughts for myself. And even though I realize that it may sound selfish to other people who I know, right now I'm not going to let that affect me, because what is important Soumitra, specific inputs on what? If you give me a scenario, I can help you understand energetically what is intention based. And if you're talking about the card reading, I'll be doing a card reading which is completely common to all. So hopefully everybody gets to get a little bit of love from it. So, because the angels will directly speak to whoever is listening in or watching in, or whoever is on that video at that time. I mean, that's how they work, because it's a personal process. But yeah, so when, say for instance, I'm making intentions for about 4 things, which 3 I already put on my blogs actually. But then those are things that if I get them and the whole world gets them, it's nothing for me to be. I mean, I'd be happier if lots of people got the same things that I do, because I basically do a lot of intention positioning in the feminine. I don't do masculine positioning. So I'm hoping someday I have a husband who does all the masculine positioning for me. On the individual pertaining to the card reading, I'm not doing individual card readings. I do individual card readings will be a personal process, and that is a completely separate thing. Right now what I'm doing is I'm going to do darkness to light and light to darkness card reading, which will be which is the mermaids and dolphins cards, which is all about manifesting. So ideally this will be with the intention to help each of you, whoever listens to this video, whether they listen to it right now, they listen to it 4 hours from now, that you can use the energy that I put out and be able to sit and do your own little bit of checklist of manifesting or intention setting. And I'm helping, basically what I'm going to be doing is helping you set it at 3 levels. So I'm going to be helping you set intentions. I'm giving you a way forward to set intentions at the subconscious level, at the conscious level, and the superconscious level. So that's the maximum amount of help I can give you, and while I give it to you, I'm going to kind of get it for myself as well. So before I get into the card reading, let me quickly tell you the 3 levels. One is subconscious. Remember, I have done a video earlier, and if you go through my playlist, it is there. Subconscious is the time from conception till the day you were born. That's your subconscious life. So it has a lot to do with the feminine, with your mother, with the days you were in the womb, with the thoughts, with the dreams and ideas that you had before you took this fully human form. And I mean, it's the day you cried and announced yourself on the planet, correct? And after that, I'm going to do a second card, which is for your conscious life. So your conscious life is the person you are. So when I give you the second card, that second card will pertain to your name. Your name is your destiny. not in all those flowery languages, but the fact is that is your conscious self, who you are as a person. That so it basically covers from the day you're born till the day you die. So it's pretty much your present moment and your presence on the planet. That is the second card. That is your conscious life. So that will also include. So that will in within when you hear of the second card and you're writing down or trying to correlate, what is important for you to understand that the second card has to do with your life experiences from the day you are born till now, and if you would like to make intentions for your future or have questions about your future, using the energy of that card, you get there. The second card will be the consciousness card, will also be a very good card to kind of figure out finances, the near future. I'm not very good, and the angels are not very good at speaking about the past. So, but if something comes up, it will only come up with you for healing, and that will be your individual process. Correct? And the superconscious is the communion between when you were in your mother's stomach and now that you are in your conscious self in your physical body. It's the communion of those two things. So your superconscious has a lot to do with your purpose and also has to do with seeding the future. So your superconscious may guide you and tell you that you went through this in the past and you went through this, and because of both these things, this is what is going to happen in your future. So that is future seeding. So your superconscious is the card that you want to kind of hold on to for a longer. Your subconscious card is the card that you may want to breathe with. So you breathe with one card, you do your actual math and calculations and writing work with the second card, which is your conscious card, and with your third card, right? You start seeding and preparing and seeing the future. A lot of insights come with the superconscious card, not so much the subconscious and the conscious. Subconscious cards mainly for healing and a lot of internal healing, correct? Okay, now before I get to that, let me do my famous thing of quickly aligning all of you to the beautiful energy of love and gratitude. Remember the cylinders, whoever's done live with me earlier have done the cylinder, and I just see Rachna Goswami. I love you, hi! So I'm going to just activate the cylinder. So what I would like you to do is, if you're sitting on a chair, get your feet flat on the ground. Important is flat on the ground, so we have a connection with the earth. And I now want you to sit down and imagine that you are surrounded by a pink circle. So you can choose which shade of pink you want. I just love that pale rose pink, one of my favorite colors. So you surround yourself with the pale rose pink, and like a ring of fire it is. So you want to breathe with that ring of fire, and every time you breathe in, I want you to imagine that cylinder growing, and it's growing from the side and it's covering you. Say the circle ideally should be about a little over 1.5 foot around you, so it's a circle, and then the circle is growing. Somebody just put the thought into my head that it could also be a square. I'm good with it being a square. I call it a cylinder. It works as a cylinder for me. But if you think a square is more fun, you can do that. I have no issues. But I'm energizing a cylinder, so if you can energize a cylinder, it will be much easier for both of us. Thank you. Anyway, let's get on to breathing. So I realize I'm picking up energies. I don't know whose it is, but it's a nice one. So now, okay, come back to this and take a deep breath in. Also, the other thing is that while you're breathing, I want you to breathe in from your nostrils into your stomach and breathe out of your mouth. The idea is to infuse the love and gratitude energy and release whatever was there. So that's very important. Otherwise, you're not going to energize love and gratitude itself. Yeah? And as you're breathing, you allow the love and gratitude energy to continue growing around you and build a beautiful cylinder that is a little bit above your head, maybe a foot above your head. I don't know why, but I seem to be seeing sprinkles, golden sprinkles in this pink light. It's looking even prettier. It looks like one sequined I'm and it looks very pretty. And As I'm breathing it in, I'm also breathing out anything from the past that is not meant to work. I am breathing it out for me, and I'm breathing it out for all of you. So while we allow love and gratitude to fill us, okay, so now you can start, once it's 1 foot over your head, I want you to notice that it's also filling in your feet. So there is this beautiful pink energy that's now filling in your feet, and it's going up through your ankles, and as it rises, it is helping you relax. It is, yeah, it's just doing something. It's doing something. Notice the impact it has at the root of your spine, that is also your root chakra. We are breathing the love and gratitude energy into your sacral chakra, which is an orange chakra to look at externally. And as it rises, it continues to rise, we now fill the solar plexus chakra with love and gratitude. Ask it to heal whatever needs to be healed from the past, present and future. Now love and gratitude fills the heart energy, fills the throat, fills the pineal gland, and connects with the crown. Wow. And then connects with the eternal light of forever. Wow, that's beautiful. If any of you felt it, is gorgeous. You should be feeling a tingling at your lower spine. You should also be feeling a tingling feeling around here, this area, which is your solar plexus and your heart chakra. A lot of impact over the last 2 months have been on your throat chakra. So you may want to also feel that. And smile while you're doing this, because when you smile, love and gratitude expands even further. Somebody is asking, and I don't know who, but somebody is asking if you can surround more people in this. Yes, you can surround your whole family in it, but do this when you're watching a repeat of this live session. Right now, I would ideally like you to focus only on yourself for the first time, because a lot of you are doing it for the first time. I know it's exciting, because when I started these processes, I used to love doing it with a lot of people, and I landed up creating a little bit of problems for myself unknowingly. Because the masculine works very different from the feminine. The feminine does not see left, right or center. The masculine does not recognize left, right or center. Diksha, I love you. I was actually missing you, so I'm so grateful you are here. Okay, but here, so I'm just soak into the love and gratitude energy for right now, and just imagine it there. And I am going to add what I added before, the central energy of power faith, which is again green light, and the green light is basically energized today by archangels Raphael and Gabriel, and they want me to let you know that they are helping you transition. So whenever it is tough, they suggest that you write and release. Not everybody is good at writing, but you must try. Writing is a way to physically release. So writing is a masculine way forward. Intentions is a feminine way forward. So if you want to heal things, people, relationships with people, the important part is to write it down. And the good idea is that you have 4 days of darkness still, 4 days of light till you come to the new moon. So in these days of light, the good idea is to push out all of that which is in the masculine. So you want to push out your financial issues, you want to push out your relationship issues, you want to push out thoughts and things that you wish to occur. You want to make intentions that are much grander. So you want to make an intention for world healing that begins with you. So whatever you allow yourself to heal, it heals for the world. To be very honest with you, I have worked very hard on my financial healing because I realized that when I allow myself to heal financially, and since I work very, very, very strongly with the feminine, If I receive that in the masculine, what happens is that I automatically, as the feminine, push it out for more people. Because what happens is when I make an intention and it doesn't go right, then the feminine pulls back because I work core with feminine. I don't work core with the masculine. So I work more on the intangible plane. And in the intangible plane, the point is we push out too much. We give too much. And because we don't keep tabs of what we have received. But now when we are transitioning, because the idea is to help the masculine grow, it is very important for us who work in the feminine, very strongly so, to start allowing ourselves to see things, to receive things, to get things, to get physical things instead of just all the mental satisfaction that we get when we do a good healing. So coming to the first card, and the first card is purely all about the things that you learned in the womb. So it's pure feminine energy. This card is for your subconscious with love. So yeah. So I'm hearing in my head 7th card. So I'm going to do that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this is the 7th card. And it says, have faith. Your prayers are manifesting. Remain positive and follow your guidance. So the feminine technically is telling you, darlings, that you're here and you're watching this is not by coincidence. You are meant to be here. You're meant to listen to this and you're meant to take this forward. So have faith. Have faith in your own intuition. Have faith in your own inner guidance. If your guidance is telling you to go forth and do something, just follow that. If your guidance is telling you not to do something, don't do that. While making your intentions today, don't question your intentions. Just write them down. For most parts, like say for instance, if I say I want to get married, I will also then therefore by mistake or whatever that is, also put in 5 reasons why I may not, why I should not, why I could not, why I must not, why who I should not and why I should not. The thing is to have faith, just to make the intention and make the intention simple so that you don't have second thoughts, third thoughts, fourth thoughts, 1 million thoughts about it. Very important. Also to understand that what other people think right now is not important. Only and only what you are thinking is what is important. Only what is coming from inside of you, what your I is telling you, is what is important. And you have to have faith in yourself. It's not about having faith in what Dipanjali Rao is saying. Correct? Since Rachna is coming right in front of me right now. So since Rachna is putting an intention, Rachna has to have faith in her intention. So Rachna cannot build her manifestation based on Dipanjali's faith. So what is important? One is to consolidate your faith. And my deepest and most honest and most love-filled suggestion would be is that ground everything you want to have faith in on the energy of love and gratitude. So whenever you are pushing out an intention, correct? Push out an intention, cover it like I cover you, cover it in the cylinder with love and gratitude. So like I'm just getting it in my head as I speak. So I've asked the angels right now for my whole intention to be married and to be married to the person eternally chosen for me and all of that to occur. I am now surrounding that intention with, here I'm going to use the square, whoever gave me the idea of the square. So I'm going to put that in a square box of love and gratitude. And in your presence and in the presence of all the angels that are present here, especially Gabriel and Raphael, who are helping us do this, correct? I am going to put that in that box and I am going to put a thought on it that says, sealed and delivered to Dipanjali Rao. So you can take this idea and then use it, right? So we are talking about the subconscious card. So now what the subconscious is telling you, your mother energies, is relieving you of the past and now pushing you towards the future. Correct? So in making this intention, and this is what I'm hearing, so I'm telling you as I'm hearing, so if it sounds all wrong, it's okay. But as I hear it, correct? Very importantly, what the angels are telling me. So now what has happened is I've dissolved the past. And now I have moved the feminine energy, my subconscious energy, to start projecting towards my future. This is also the process of seeding my intention. So all I'm doing right now is handing over that intention in a box, in a square box, which is pink and now has all the sprinklers because of what I saw when I was energizing the entire cylinder. And I'm putting that, and I'm going to put a green ribbon because that was the color of Raphael and Gabriel working with us. I'm going to put a bow with the green ribbon and say sealed and delivered to Dipanjali Rao at the subconscious level, which means that a lot of things that will happen in my story as of now will go in that direction, hopefully. So that is the first card, and the first card says, have faith at a subconscious level. Now the second card that I'm going to pull is for the conscious self. Hi Anju, nice to see ya. So the second card is now for your conscious manifesting or conscious conscious manifesting. And now we're talking about conscious manifesting again. Now, whoever you are, when you're listening to this word, I may use the name Dipanjali Rao because that's my name and that's my conscious manifesting. I would like you to listen to this and listen to your own name while I'm speaking this. So that is an art. Okay. So anybody wants, okay, let me see what number comes now. So I got 7 and that was have faith. And 7, by the way, is the number of love and wisdom. So it will be all filled with love and wisdom when you have faith, and the idea is that you, okay. So now, okay, the cards are playing very funny. Yeah, sometimes they just don't want. So what happens is that the card does not come out very easily. It just gets stuck. And it's not 2 cards, so no fun in taking it out either. Okay, so now the number is 19. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and this is the 19th card. Oh wow, I can't tell you how happy I am to have met everybody I love and wished and intended to meet on 11/11. So hi Sadaf, my darling. I love you. Yeah, I always keep you in my prayers. So let me now see this card. Sadaf, now this is the card for conscious things. So Sadaf, I want you, and since you have come on this right now, to focus on this card and let this card speak to you. पेन और पेपर लेके लिख ले, तू वैसे है निकम्मी पर कर ले ये, ठीक है? So this card is about the conscious card. I am reading it as for me, Dipanjali. I want you to read it with your name in focus. And the card says, wow. So at a conscious level, Gabriel and Raphael want you to know that you are protected. Wow. You are protected. And it says, you, your loved ones, and your possessions are safe and protected by heaven. Wow. So we are talking about in times where we are uncertain, there are lots of things that are not happening. And what heaven wants you to know, what angels want you to know, I think all of us to know, and I think this is such a beautiful card to have come at this point, is that everything that is you and yours is protected. Which in other words is telling me, Dipanjali Rao, all your little silly worries about पैसा कहाँ से आएगा और ये कहाँ से आएगा और ये कैसा होगा और वो कैसा होगा, can now just be released. Don't worry. Heaven knows what you need. Heaven knows also what you want. Heaven also knows that most of the things you want are not the things that you need. So going by the subconscious gift of have faith, that means you should understand that the feminine has your best interest in hand, in mind, in heart. Your conscious life, no matter what is happening around it, no matter what is happening around the world, your conscious life is divinely protected. And this is protected by intention. So again, protection, intention, coming back to the word for the day, which is 1111, the portal of intention, and pay attention to your intentions. So whenever you're intending something good for yourself, please, I am advising you and saying this loud and clear enough, do not wish anybody anything opposite of what you wish yourself. Because the good that you wish others will come back to you 100-fold, but the bad that you wish others will also come back to you 100-fold. And what you have to understand right now, in the feminine dominion, in the feminine focus, internally and externally, everything is possible right now, the good and the bad. But at a conscious level, just feel relieved, and let's just take a moment and breathe gratitude into the fact that at least we know, and the angels are reassuring us that we are protected. Us and ours are protected. Very important also to understand who you cover in your ours. Correct? So, yes, beautiful, and I think this is at a conscious level. They're also telling me, while you're making intentions, make the intention for people to heal. The fastest way to heal financial issues is to pray for other people who are going through financial issues. Correct? And support them in prayer. Support them financially if you can. These are things that are very important. Deepa, I can't stop seeing 222. Let me finish my reading. Diksha, I'll come back to that question because that's a very interesting question. I've been seeing 222 a lot. I've been seeing 555 a lot with all the recurring numbers. I'll give you a quick explanation to that in a bit, but let me take out your third card, which is the third card is the card for the superconscious. The superconscious is again seeding into the future. So very important that now you place your intentions, which is a commingling. So I told you that the superconscious is a mixture between your subconscious and your conscious life. So it may take you back, but it will also project you into the future as to certain things. So insights will come from this card. Yeah, on the conscious one, I think, see, now what happens is that now when I do a card reading and I specifically mention a person, the communication stops once that is done, which is why it is important for you to now re-watch this session and re-pick up the threads and start with energizing. And don't forget to see my gift box when you do that. So now here's the last card. It is your, oops, wow. Beautiful. Now see, this is something that happens very rarely, but as I shuffled, this card just turned around on its own, which means this is the card that is intended for this moment. And so the superconscious, that means, wow. The superconscious wants you to know that this is a time of sheer empowerment. At the superconscious level, your conscious life will be empowered by your subconscious life. When you have faith, right, which is your subconscious story, when you have faith, right, and you have accepted and clothed and shielded and done all of that with conscious protection and understanding that तेरा मेरा जितना भी है वो मेरा है, मेरा कोई कुछ ले नहीं सकता है, मेरा कोई कुछ बिगाड़ नहीं सकता है और मैं किसी का कुछ बिगाड़ूंगी नहीं. Simple. It's a give and take, right? So protection is that whatever is karmically yours is yours to have and keep and hold and love and enjoy and grow and do everything, right? Now between having faith and knowing that now you're karmically protected, it should empower a lot of your decisions that you're going to take now. So what I'm being given to understand is that there are a lot of things that were held in the past because of external forces, right? You are going to be given in the next few days a lot of opportunity to start seeding your own intentions. Empowerment is about A, having faith, knowing you're protected, and now making your intentions. Like I had a meeting the other day and it was very interesting. It's a huge business opportunity related meeting. When it will happen, I don't know. If it will happen, I don't know. But the first meeting was quite kind of interesting. But I can't get myself to trust the person I'm supposed to be in that particular deal with. So I have retreated from that deal, saying that if the intention and if the whole process is meant to work out correctly, is meant to be financially beneficial for both of us and good for all the people we are doing it for it to occur, otherwise to let it dissolve. Now, I shared this particular piece of information with the person concerned and he was like, why are you bothered about the rest of the world? कोई तेरे को तो तेरे घर संभालना तो नहीं आता है ना, तो तू क्यों सोच रही है? So my point to him was, and my point to you was, and I'm telling you this on the day of intention so that we are all clear about these certain things, is that karmically I am responsible for the choices I make. And every choice I make will create a change. Now choices are made in the masculine because I, Dipanjali Rao, are consciously making that choice, no? But when I make that choice, I also activate the feminine. I activate the emotion that goes with the choice. I activate the intention. Everything that can't be seen is also activated. Now, if I make a choice knowing it is wrong, here is the very important part. Knowing it is wrong. Or knowing I have a feeling that it is wrong or it is going to lead to something not so good, then what am I doing? I am becoming part of that karmic yo-yo. So, when it is about empowerment, you have to understand that there will be things from the past that are going to come up in the next 4 days. I'm very clearly hearing 4 days for some strange reason. Maybe it's the whole Diwali thing, maybe it's the new moon thing. That will help you clear up things from the past and then push them into the future on the new moon. Because you have to look at the new moon as a moment of darkness where you actually put the seeds into the ground and then they are watered. Last week I had one teary session. Okay, so I was crying over something and I was hurting deeply, and it was just, the moment I would speak about that particular aspect of my life, I would begin to cry. And I was like, why am I crying? Not so important, you know. And then is when I got the understanding that sometimes what happens, because I am a pure earth sign, so I'm a Capricorn, very much earth, very connected to the ground, very rooted, very all of those things which I have maintained over a period of time, and of course grounding with gratitude and grounding with love and gratitude and doing all of those things. My tears work as water to grow the masculine out of the feminine. So the thoughts and things that I am crying over are generally either going to grow or going to die because of either the excess water or the less water. So it was a very interesting insight and I kept it. So now when I cry, I quickly try and balance out what I'm thinking about while I'm crying. Sare Capri's earth signs, that is why we are so attached to the moon. And so coming back to empowerment, so please understand that if you have faith, or now let's put it another way that is coming to me while I'm speaking, have faith in the feminine, correct? Know that you're protected in the masculine. And then take empowered steps and thoughts and insights. So somebody who's watching this is planning something really big. I don't know what it is, but is planning something. And there are 5 people involved in it. There is one person that has bad intentions. So whoever it is, please check. I don't know who it is. So if you can check that and figure that out, it will be really, really good for you. Yeah, also there are people who are in relationships. Just let it flow. Don't take any decision right now. Beautiful. So here's all that thing came out with the name of empowerment, but the empowerment card says, you're more powerful than you realize. It's safe for you to be powerful. So if anybody's planning a big move, I think you can make it. I'm just getting this thing is that if you're waiting for your surprise, it's almost there. So yeah, maybe my box is all planned and protected and everything. So here are your 3 cards. The subconscious card at the inner level is have faith. The second card is masculine protection. And the third card is empowerment. So I am just so glad that we've done this all in 11/11. I am so glad that beyond all my fears and worries and everything, I actually did a live, because I tried doing a live last week and it didn't turn out as good as I wanted it to. But yeah, that's why I deleted it. So today I didn't delete it and I'm so glad I didn't. So, well, that's that. And yeah, so I'm going to kind of, now that we've done the cards, I'm also going to take these 3 cards and I'm going to hold them up and activate power faith over it, so that it may reach each of you and work with each of you, and that all the things that you intend for today may come to fruition and be good for you and good for everybody that there is. No doing political gimmicks. Yeah, somebody did speak about that, I guess. Sometimes what happens is that I hear more than I speak. But that's a good thing. So that is that for that. And now I'll come to that question, Diksha. Now, you have to understand, and I spoke about this on an earlier video as well, but now when the numbers are coming in 4s, you have to understand that the year 2020 is also 4. Even though it's divided into 2020, if you do the numbers, it is 4. So a lot of people are seeing all numbers in 4s. The first 2 are internal, the second 2 are external. So it is just that something that you're thinking internally is also manifesting externally. So you need to become aware of what is happening around you. So are there thoughts? Diksha, this one specifically for you, okay? So are there thoughts that you're having that you're seeing becoming things? If you are seeing that happening, this is the awareness that, babe, you need to start consciously working on your thoughts that you want to become things, because अभी मेरे को ऐसा लग रहा है कि बस जो हो रहा है वो हो रहा है. You're more powerful than that, like I am more powerful than that. So we need to remember that we need to focus our thoughts and focus on those thoughts that you want to become things. So and absolutely zero shame in saying that I've only got 5 thoughts which I want to become things. I don't have the 6th thought. It is absolutely fine. It is also absolutely fine to delete people from your thought process and only focus on your own thought process. It is also fine to understand that there are people who depend on your thought process to boost their thought process and choose not to do that. It is a complete this thing. But wherever you see double numbers, 22 is also the number of priority. So prioritize what is happening internally and then prioritize what you're seeing externally. There may be a situation where the external seems very, very perfect, but it isn't. So prioritize your internal so that the external gets impacted. Go back to the numerology wala video. I'll share it maybe in this thing after this. But that numerology video will tell you right up from 0 to 9 what are the balance numbers that the feminine dominion holds. And since it's part of the transition, there are 2 words that are connected to each number. If I remember it correctly, I think 0 is nothing and everything. 1 is emotion and so. See, I don't know all of them by heart. I wrote them down the last time. 11 again. 11 is the number of focus, correct? So when it is again, it is internal and external. So the power of internal plus external is completion. So 4 is the number of power, love, right? So the power of internal focus and the power of external focus. 3 and 3 is earth, it's gratitude. So 33 is gratitude. So if you see a 33 plus 33, it's internal gratitude, external gratitude. 44 is internal power, external power. Presence of internal power, external power. 55 is all about faith. So internal faith, external faith. So 4 numbers all internal plus external. That is all I want you to remember. So internal, external is that. And yeah. So that is it. Any other questions? Quick ones. So I'm doing this after really long now. So I want to thoroughly enjoy this myself also. People are calling me while I'm doing a live. So, any quick questions? Where's Rachna? She's still there. You're welcome, my darling. Any other quick questions? Another 5 minutes and I need to kind of wrap. Oh, by the way, I have to tell you this. So I think today I've completed almost 2.5 months of walking 5 kilometers a day. And it is such fantastic me time, I can't tell you. Beautiful me time. Then on the month of November, so there are the 3 months, the October, November, December, I turned out to be very powerful in this year. Black feathers, I haven't done. No, feathers are generally associated with angel presence. And yeah, that's about all I know about feathers, not so much about feathers. But the crows are shedding feathers, dude. How many feathers are you going to kind of this thing? How can I pull your 2021 card today, darling? 2021 is something that you're going to see now. So October, November, December of this year has turned out to be the grounding, rooting and everything of the feminine dominion. So October was all about new heaven. November is about the new heart, and December will all be about the new earth. So that is very interesting as well. I'm working on it, but till I don't have anything concrete, I don't want to talk much about it. But so far, because of it being the 2020 year, the October, the month was about the new you, I think. Yeah, new you was the core theme of the October month. And October was a mix of October, which was the 10th month, plus the 1st, 2nd and 3rd month of the year. So that was damn interesting. So a lot of what happened in January, February and March started coming into place in the month of October. The month of November, which is the new heart, is month of November is new heart and has the cross energy, the power energy of the 4th, 5th and 6th month of the year. So a lot of so November will see a lot of completion and correlation with April, May and June, right? And December is going to see, which is the 12th month, is going to see a combination of July, August and September. So this sudden shift that occurred last month, and I wanted to do a live last month, and somehow the angels just didn't let me do it. And today I was like, I have to break the jinx. If it is about new intentions, my intention is to push out as much information as I get out into the world and heal the world and do all those things. So today I got the permission and I took the chance. I'm supposed to be out for my walk right now, but I am sitting and doing this and I see that it is 10:11. So I think I'm going to kind of close this here and remind you guys that I love you deeply and you can write to me. I don't know whether you're following the page Healing with Love and Gratitude, but you should go and follow that page because whenever I get insights, and a lot of the insights that I get, I don't edit. So I may be sitting outside and I suddenly get that insight and I quickly type it. So there are grammatical errors. Some of them are on purpose to read everything that I write twice. But go and do that. The other thing, you can also log into my WordPress. I keep sharing that thing. Log into WordPress, and Healing with Love and Gratitude generally has a quick energy update of the day, which I give you purely from a feminine perspective. So there will not be a lot of physical aspects to it. But yeah, if you are thinking of things and wanting things and in that process of changing, I think it's a very good thing. Also, the other thing to remind you is that now you are at the fag end of the 2020 year. And what we don't understand is that the year 2020 holds the key intentions for the next 10 years. So I would like you, no matter what is happening, I just don't bother about anything. You've already been given the go ahead by the angels that your conscious life, that means your physical life, you as Dipanjali or you as Sadaf and or you as Diksha, you as Rachna, you as Soumitra, all of you all are completely and totally protected, right? So take your chances. take your chances of dreaming really big and putting some really big things into. Like I know Soumitra is a filmmaker. So ideally I would love to see him announce a movie in the next few days or announce a project that he wants to do, and we'll all kind of see how we can get into it. Right? So I'm just saying, do something that is much larger than your life and have faith that it is meant only for you to do and nobody else can do it. Talking about that, and I know I really have to go, but I am going to quickly tell you this because I've been working on my twin flame connection, and I've been working on the whole union between the man who's meant for me and the man whose woman I'm meant to be. And one constant thought that has come to me right up from the time I was, I think, 17 or 18, and I have known that since, and I still believe that it will come true. I like that, and cast me Soumitra. So I love that. So Soumitra, you've got an actress also. Huh? She's pretty stunning to look at and है पूरी नौटंकी. कुछ भी नौटंकी ड्रामे करवा लो इससे. So I know that this person who God has created, and of course naturally has been either created a little before me or a little after me, to be my person, is somewhere knowingly or unknowingly involved with my larger life purpose. And the fact that he is involved with my larger life purpose means there is a lot that he has been through till he reaches me. Like I've been through a lot till I've reached him. But the bigger picture is that our union is meant to create a lot of ripples in relationships overall. So somewhere I believe that one of the reasons why I chose to incarnate in this life and chose to incarnate as who I am and basically, have all the experience that I do have is so to complete that transition, relationship transitions for myself and for a lot of other people, which is why I also do all my one-on-ones, which is why I was also gifted the whole love and gratitude energy, which is why I do what I do. So I want to encourage each one of you to place your intentions to be working out from your purpose onwards. Because whenever you're working on your purpose, with your purpose, in a very beautiful way, everything else around it somehow gets taken care of. Like I'll be honest with you, a lot of things that I need to get taken care of just get taken care of. I don't know how, but it just gets taken care of. And because they get taken care of, I take it for granted that I am on the right track. So my internal have faith is based on the fact that if I am doing something, it was meant to happen. If I'm not doing something, it was not meant to happen. However, I have a very short temper when it comes to other people needing to do things and what I have to do depending on what they have said they would do. So very important in the scheme of things, especially when you're working with feminine energy, you have to be very careful that if you have spoken something, to do it and complete it. Because till you do not complete it, she does not take you to the next step. Unlike in the masculine energy, selfishly, because we are Indian, we do jugaad. यार ये नहीं हो रहा है ना, कर दो. But in the feminine energy, it's not going to work like that, because you need to hold yourself in that place where you know how powerful you are. And because you are powerful, what you say is extremely powerful, and therefore it is important that you give value to what you speak. So I'm going to end this here. And wow, I just see that my cousin's also here. I love you. When? Sadaf, tu pakka jugadu hai. Okay, so I'm going to kind of close this session right now with much love and lots of love and gratitude energy, and I'm just so excited that I got to kind of break the mold, and I did it on an 11/11. So my intention is to kind of at least do one Facebook session a week, and ideally I will do it from the Healing with Love and Gratitude page the next time. So please go and like that page. Also, darlings, I need 1,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. It's just Dipanjali Rao, and it has most of these videos on it. Correct? I would be so grateful if you guys would just go and help me reach that 1,000 figure. I'm only at 240. Yeah, because I refuse to make videos that don't make sense to me, and I refuse to make videos that are just because I love you guys, and yeah, happy Diwali in advance, happy new moon. Remember, new moon is the phase of darkness, so it is about sowing seeds. So whatever diyas you light, I think I will do a diya lighting, but at a much smaller level than I do for tokens of light. I also have put an intention to do Santa workshop. So all of you who are Santa workshop centric, just DM me. So I can put you on the next Zoom call so we can think of what we can do in these times, because I don't think a physical workshop will be possible, at least not the way we do it. With the amount of hugs in our workshop, it will be a COVID nightmare. So I don't want to take that chance. But yeah, we can come up with something else that we can do together, and we need to figure that out. So I love you guys. And yeah, DM me. Yeah. Hi Sujit. Okay, God bless, good night. And I'm going for my walk. So if anybody wants to follow that, again, you DM me and I'll put you in the group and we can all be doing this walking thing together. So I know 4 people. One is Sonu. The other one is my friend Lynette, who strangely today is not on this, and I want to punch her nose. And there is my cousin. I think she's still my cousin aunt. So there's Greer, who puts all of us to shame, because she does some 7 kilometers and things like that whenever she goes walking, and she makes it look like a breeze. I only do 5, so if anybody wants to join the 5 challenge with me, you're most welcome to. And I love you guys.